What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. I go by the name of Myron of James Media, and today we're going to talk about why you should invest in camera gear. Okay, now the first thing we're going to talk about is the camera. Now why is that? Because they're coming out with new camera bodies about every 2 to 5 years. And at the same time, the camera itself do not guarantee better image quality. For example, right now I'm shooting, and the reason I got the X-T3 instead of waiting for the X-T4 is because they have the same sensor. Yes, the X-T4 has an articulating screen, it has IBIS, it has the new internal bleach profile. But other than that, both of these cameras still have the exact same 26.1 sensor. And this camera is actually now cheaper than what it was when it first came out, and it's cheaper than the X-T4. And I actually bought this camera used. So I saved money by taking this route instead of waiting for the newest and hottest camera to come out. And to be honest, I'm looking to be a full-time filmmaker. And real filmmakers rarely use IBIS because they want to have control of everything in camera themselves. Now, if you're looking to save money, I say buy used or renewed, but always get it from credible sources. I mean eBay, Amazon, B&H, Adorama, K&H, Lens Rentals, Lens Authority, and Borrow Lenses. These are trusted sites, trusted companies, and trusted services that you know if you buy a bad camera from them, they will replace it or even refund your money. Now, the one thing you should always want to invest in is the lenses. You should always want to pay money for really good lenses because lenses are the one thing that control your image quality other than lights. And I will always recommend somebody to buy a 1.4 lens than a lower aperture version. And the reason is because when you buy a lens at 1.4 or even lower, a lot of times they will come with superb image quality. And they will always come with much better low light performance. And let me say this, when it comes to lenses that stop down to 1.4, it is better to have them when you don't need them than to don't have it when you do. Another thing is, a lot of times these lenses are a lot sharper. Now they may not be as sharp at 1.4, but if you stop it down to maybe 1.8 or f2, trust me, your sharpness will come back and you will have some of the highest quality footage possible. Now, some of the manufacturers I recommend for third-party lenses are Sigma, Viltrox. They just came out with the 85 and they just released the 23, and both of those lenses look amazing. Now I have the 23 on the way, which I think it would be awesome. I was gonna get the 25, but I think I'm gonna hold off so I can get the 56 1.2. Now the reason you want to invest in lenses is because their longevity. Lenses can last a long time. It can be up to 5 to 10 years that they last before you even see a new version come out. Now, like I said before, camera bodies only last about 2 to 5 years, and really they barely make it 5. But lenses can last you for over a decade, and there are even some people that use vintage lenses, which I'm thinking about getting some because they come out awesome. Their characteristics are just something else. Like, I saw somebody posted a photo with a Helios lens, and oh my god, that photo looked amazing. And the characteristic of that lens looked amazing. I think I might end up buying that lens for my Fuji. Now at the same time, I'm gonna tell you why I said with the camera bodies. Buy your lenses used. This is why. The 16 f1.4 costs about $1,000. If I remember right, I think I paid about $700 for it. The 35 1.4 cost about $600. I think I paid about $380 for it. You know, I'm looking at a used 56 1.2, that costs about $1,000. I'm looking at about $560 for it. Now by going this route, I'm paying almost less than half, which saved me thousands of dollars. Like I said, these lenses have longevity, and I bought them from credible sources, so I'm not worried about the lenses being cracked or damaged or having poor image quality, because that is not the case right now. And to be honest, I use lens rentals. I rent the lenses first, and if I like them, I buy them. I may rent them for up to 1 or 2 weeks, and if I like it, I purchase it. They discount me for what I rented it for, and boom, the lens is mine right there. But you do have to make sure you send back the cases that the lenses came in. And another reason you want to buy higher quality lenses is because they may come weather resistant. Now this will come in clutch when you're out shooting in the rain or in the snow, or even out shooting in the desert somewhere, because your lens internal organs or internal parts are completely sealed, so that way dust, sand, or even some splashes of water would not get into it. Now you don't want to go throw your lens into a lake because you might as well say goodbye, and even if you retrieve it, most likely it would not work. The camera on the other hand may work if it's completely weather sealed like the 1DX Mark II, but I still wouldn't chance it. Sorry guys, I'm actually reading from my notebook right here. This is where I keep all my notes and all my thoughts at. Okay guys, so the next piece of equipment or camera gear you want to buy are lights. You should always invest in lights. I'm using the Godox XL60W. This light costs about $100 itself, and then for the softbox I paid another $70. Now that may be expensive to a lot of people, but this light is compared to one of the best lights in the industry, at least for prosumers. And that light is the Aputure 120D Mark II. And this is what they say is a better budget-friendly option for you. Now, I do not like to use the word budget because it makes it sound like it's cheap. But really, this light is just as high quality as the Aputure 120D. You do not need to buy the best lights like Westcott or even Aputure 120D. You can get by just fine with your smaller versions, like the MC9 with his RGB and you control it from your app. You got Wii Light, which is an amazing RGB light, which is what I use. Then you have the smaller aperture lights as well. If you really want to light yourself well, then all you'll need is some of these pocket lights or even the Falcon Eyes lights. I think the one I actually bought, I don't use it anymore, but the one I bought maybe last year or the year before, it cost me about $170. And there's another high quality light, but you still need to diffuse it actually. And when you diffuse your lights, that helps make your light soft and make your skin tones look flattering and just an overall better image. Again, buying good lights is like the same as buying good lenses. It actually helps with longevity. Buying a good light like this will actually last you a long time, as long as you take care of it. Next to the lenses you buy, the lights would be the next important thing to having a superb image quality. Natural light is good, but you can't control it since it changed so much. You may have clouds come over that block the sun, and then you have to reset all your settings because now you're underexposed or overexposed. Okay guys, so the next thing you want to invest in is good audio. Good audio will either make or break your video. So what I would use before is just the Rode Video Micro, but now I switched over to the Rode Wireless Go. It's just easier to use, it's much more simple. I don't have to worry about having the mic boomed in front of me. This is close enough to where it should catch my audio. And even though I am not talking that loud, it's actually clipping a bit, which sucks. I'll fix that in the next video. Okay, so let me give you an example here of you investing in the lens and you making your money back. So let's say you bought a Sigma 16mm 1.4 that's about $400. Let's say you use that for a portrait shoot. Let's say you charge $200 for your portrait shoot. If you do 2 of those shoots, you'll recoup the money you spent to buy this lens, and then the rest of the money you make with this lens is all profit. Now let's say you're looking to buy a Canon 15-35, which is about $2,500 to $2,700. Let's say you're a wedding photographer and you charge about $1,800 per wedding. Just do 2 of those weddings, you will already recoup what you spent on that lens, and then you'll have still some profit left over. Let's say you bought the 16 1.4 by Fuji9, brand new, which is $1,000. Let's say you charge about $500 for video. Do 2 video shoots, you'll make back that money. When you invest in lenses and camera gear, you can make that money back right now, today, tomorrow, by having a shoot and charging what you shoot for it. This is not like when you buy a house and you have to wait for 30 years to even hope that you get what you invested in it, get more, or you may even get less, all depending on the stock market. Let's say you bought the brand new Fuji X-T4, $1,700 for that body. Let's say you shoot videos, again, $500. Do 4 of those shoots. You will already made back the money you spent on that camera and recouped about $300. This is what you gotta think when you invest in camera gear and lenses. You don't wanna think like, man, I just blew all this money, this and that, this and that. When you buy these lenses, you wanna be like, okay, I got this new lens I wanted. Now let's start making money. Let's start setting up some shoots. Let's start contacting some real estate agents so I can get this money back, and then at the same time, I can show them what I could do with my new piece of equipment. Okay guys, I hope this video helped you. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just my thought process when I buy new lenses or I buy a camera. Like I said, I rarely ever buy them new anymore. I just buy them all used because they help me save money. And at the same time, I'll be making that money back and making even more. So before you leave, what I want you to do is smash that like button. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new content. Hope you staying safe and I hope you have a good day. Peace.